Hello and welcome. Today I want to talk about some EDC pouches that I've made throughout the years. I use these pouches in general activities and also at work while on the trail, camping, and hiking, and they are designed for different purposes, some of them. 3 different types of pouches that I make are general purpose pouches, medical pouches, and supplementary type kit pouches. So let's go over the bags that we have on the table from left to right, smallest to biggest, and I'm not going to go into too much depth of every single pack. That'd be a long video, but just go over how I went through each one a little bit and why I made it the way it is. Starting on the left, we have the Roaring Fire Picofire EDC pouch. This is my most recent pouch that I've made. Moving up, we have the Vanquest PPM Husky. Moving over, we have the London Bridge Trading Thigh pouch. Next to it, we have the Vanquest Ftim 6x9 Generation 2 Maximizer. Moving back down to the Livians Tearaway Tactical Medical Pouch. And then moving over, we have the Maxpedition EDC Beefy pouch. And then finally on the far right here, bottom right, we have the North American M Roo Ifak kit. The M Roo is what they call it. So let's get started with the smallest of all of them. This is my most recent one, the Picofire from Roaring Fire. This is made to go into my pocket for a special occasion like a wedding or a place where I don't have access to a bag. So it's made to be very discreet, but it has some of the basic elements in it. It has a lighter, a knife, 2 lighting elements, a small med kit in the back part, nail clipper, even a compass inside. So this is supposed to take the place of like an Altoid skin survival kit type of thing, but it's not necessarily geared all towards survival. I do have some dentifloss inside there. I have a small rag to clean my glasses inside, and I've got a Fresnel lens behind here and some matches. I got some zip ties as well. So basically this is a small pocketable kit. It's made to go into the front pocket of my pants and the jeans perhaps, or a dress uniform perhaps, and it's something to keep on me so that I can kind of have access to some EDC items that I might need throughout the day without being too overt about it, if you will. This is more of a discreet, minimalistic type pouch, and I like it very much as a very rugged pouch. You can find this for about 20 bucks on their website. So that's the Picofire Roaring Fire EDC pouch. Moving up the ladder here, we have my smaller of the hiking packs that I have, the Vanquest Husky PPM pouch. Now this one's packed to the brim. I generally pack my packs to the brim, which is not the best idea because trying to close them back up or get them to work doesn't always end up the same. But as you can see, it's similarly laid out to the Picofire in terms of the philosophy. I have a lighter, I have some lip balm, I have my whistle, I have a headlamp in here, I have a main light in here, I have a pen, I have a small gimmicky stainless steel shot glass in here where I can blow water. I've got my Leatherman P4 plier tool inside with the knife. So I have a variety of different things. And this one's a little bit bigger because it's made for an outdoor use to hang off my belt. And that's probably where I keep it. So if I have to ditch my backpack for any reason or just have to go lightweight, this will be hanging on my belt. I have some paracord on the top here, and this will be very easy to access and move with. It also has a mylar blanket inside of it and a couple other survival items. Moving along, let's go to the first medical kit here. This is the Livians Tactical. It's on my belt. I haven't taken it off because I use this belt for work, and this stays on my belt with me when I go up on the trail. On the front here, we have some rubber bands. We have a clip here which allows this bag to come off the main platform on the back here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I also have a climbing grade carabiner. This pouch comes off and it's attached via Velcro and this securing strap. So once you unclick this, you can take the whole bag, rip it off, and give it to somebody if you wanted to. On the front here, we have some shears that are just secured in via this Velcro tab here. We open it up in a clamshell formation. This bag was about 11 bucks on Amazon, so I decided to give it a try and make a kit out of it that I can hang off my belt. I do have a cat tourniquet in here. I have an ETD. I have tampons in here. I have a S-roll gauze in here. I have a reflecting mirror, a small knife, some cordage, whistle. I even have some gloves over here for easy access. I have a small boo-boo kit underneath all this other organization. So mainly I have the tourniquet and this stuff ready to be accessed very quickly. The other stuff is more like take your time, get it out kind of thing. So I'm not going to go over everything inside this kit, but this is how I have arranged my on-person's work carrying kit. It does have a general purpose medical kit inside of it that I took from a Kmart $4.99 general purpose medical kit. I managed to break it down and put it inside here, with the exception of excluding a cold pack inside. So it has a general boo-boo kit inside there, plus all this other stuff as well. And I have a I1R2 EOS pill light inside as well, so I have some lighting elements with the kit if I need it. So this would be my more general purpose kit that I have and that I use, and it fits on my belt pretty well. So that is the Livians Tactical Medical EDC pouch. Moving along, let's go over the Roo. This is the other pouch that I carry on my belt if I want a lightweight, not as intrusive pouch. On the front here, it has an easy access to the cat tourniquet, Generation 7. So I keep that in here for easy access. I can pull it out, and this will either go on my belt or a chest rig if I have it. It also opens up in a clamshell format, and it's just the basic bare bones trauma kit or a bleeding stopping kit. I have a chest seal inside here. I also have that in the other kit that I didn't mention before, but I got an ETD in here, S-rolled gauze, Mylar space blanket, and some gloves. This one doesn't have a cutting tool in it or a lighting element. It's just very bare bones basic, because sometimes I don't need to double or triple up on certain items while I'm carrying them to save weight. So that is the Ifak M Roo kit for a lighter duty if I don't want to carry that much weight. And it's got some straps in the back and Pals Molly webbing adapters too. Moving along, we have the Maxpedition EDC bag. Now, I did a review on this one a while back. I've changed it a little bit since then, so it's got a little bit different items in it, but general purpose, this is my work bag where I bring it to the office, and I would leave it in the office, and I would take certain things out of it to use on the trails. I have several different lights. The reasoning behind the many different types of lights and headlights inside is sometimes when I go up on the trails, it might be at night, and we might have to find a lost hiker or an injured hiker, and having a backup selection of lights that I could give to my team or my coworkers is generally a good idea. And I do have some pens, a whistle inside there, a compass, charging cables. I have a bandana. I have extra gloves, and underneath in the back part here, I have a multi-tool. I have a SOG flipper knife. I have some matches inside here as well. So I have a variety of different items that can support my other kits in case I run out or need extra items. And that was the idea behind this huge beefy kit. Now, you could argue it's not really an EDC pouch, which is true because it's huge, but that's due to user error. You can make this an EDC pouch if you didn't have to pack it so tightly like I did. Like I said, don't always overpack your EDC bags. But at any rate, that's the Maxpedition Beefy EDC bag. It has a bunch of pouches. Even has a zipper pouch behind here where I store extra charging cables for my items. Moving along, we have two more left here. I'm going to go over the thigh rig pouch here real quick. This one is unique in that you can mount it on your thigh and your belt. Sometimes it's just more convenient to carry tools like that. I've used this particular pouch for a number of years. I brought it on trail work when I worked for AmeriCorps building trails, and this served as my medical pouch that always stayed in my persons every time I worked on the trail. And it is waterproof, bomb-proof. I've beaten it up. As you can see, some of the stitching starting to finally come off this thing after putting it through so much hard work on the trails, but it's still holding true and tight. Now, I don't have shears on this particular medical kit, but I do have a similar kit that's arranged to the Livians one, with the exception of the shears. Let's open it up and take a look inside real quick. So again, this one is made to go on your thigh, unlike the Livians, which goes on your belt. You could also put this on your belt without having it on your thigh as well, but it allows a feature to stay on your thighs. So this one's a little bit different in that I do have my cat tourniquet. I still haven't taken it out of the plastic here because I was working around with this one, but generally you want to stage your cat tourniquet outside the plastic. We have an ETT bandage in here. Underneath here, there's a couple of flaps where I have a general medical kit, again, the same one I got from Kmart for $4.99. I put it into Ziploc bags, threw it in here, so I have a general purpose kit in here. I have some chem lights in here, I have a whistle, a Leatherman Micra, an I1R2 EOS mini pill light, its charging cable. I have a lighter wrapped with hemp wick cordage inside there around the depressor so I don't lose the gas. I have some hand sanitizer in here as well, and then I have a bunch of other safety pins and whatnot and cordage as well. So that is pretty much the medical kit for the thigh rig here. It's huge, it's big, but it does work decently on the thigh. If I'm working on a site and I don't have enough space on my belt to hang something off of necessarily, I'll use this so it kind of just is out of the way, especially getting into and out of trucks. That's one thing when you hang like stuff off your belt. It's kind of a pain. Sometimes you want to be able to go into a truck comfortably and attach a seatbelt. This one kind of allows me to do that by shifting the space that would be around my belt to my thigh, which kind of allows me to maneuver a little bit easily. So that is the thigh rig here. I might even take this camping sometimes just so I have something on me. So it's a very versatile kit, and you can do a lot with it. And this is the London Bridge Trading thigh platform. So it's a very small kit. It has some really good high quality webbing for the thigh attachment. It has some rubber built into the webbing here, so it's anti-slip resistant. You can take it off here too as well with the Velcro. What I really like about this one is the clip here. You can unclip this really quick and unclip it from your thigh really quick and take it off and access everything. So that also makes it a pretty valuable medical device to have on you in the sense that you can move it from one side of your persons to another side really quickly or access it in an emergency. So that is the thigh rig that I built. And finally, last but not least, my favorite general purpose EDC kit. This is the Vanquest Ftim 6x9 Generation 2 Maximizer. I have about 4 other bags like this. I have 3 versions of this and plus a light bag that I made this into as a specialty kit. I don't have that in the video here, but in general, I love this bag as it's just phenomenal. It's got the best organization that I've ever seen in a EDC type of bag, and I enjoy making kits out of this particular bag. In the front part, you can see there's a little pouch here that's being held by Velcro. This is a slip pouch. So in the slip pouch, you can put whatever you want. I've put some toilet paper, a small Ifak boo-boo kit inside there, a toothbrush, and hand sanitizer. Or rather, one of the models I have a hand sanitizer in it. The other, this is the particular model where I have the hand sanitizer on the outside. But you can stick stuff inside the front pouch is the idea, and that's what I generally have with these kits. On the side here, we have some Molly Pals webbing as well. We have an i5T from Olight. It's a AA light. It's easily accessible, and it's got a lanyard which I made, a custom lanyard attached to the carabiner so I don't lose it in case it decides to come off or out, which it shouldn't really do that. But on this side I have a Dozer K-Bar full tang knife. So this is a quick easy cut tool I can access from the bag if I need to. So I have my light and my cutting tool elements easily accessible, and a medical kit which I can dive into the bag pretty quickly without having to open up the whole thing. Then on the back I do have some hand sanitizer, as mentioned before, for obviously cleaning your hands. So that's a common use, heavily used item that I have in my EDC kit. So I figured on the outside it keeps everything simple. Now let's open this up and take a look inside. I'm not going to go over to too much depth because I've talked about these many times before. This opens in a clamshell formation. And we have a whole bunch of items inside. I've upgraded this since I last talked about it in my other videos, mainly with introducing a EMP CME resistant bag. This is the NX3 triple layered copper and nickel shielded EMP bag from Faraday Defense. This is what houses the ham radio that's inside here, a USB solar panel chargeable system, and a small little I1R2 EOS pill light as well, including the charging cable. So let me go ahead and find the items here that are in here just so you can see. Okay, so I have a Yaesu VX1R and the pill light, the I1R2 EOS. So these are rechargeable items, and I keep them in this little bag here. And the bag looks like this when it's not packed fully. So it's a nice little idea to keep things resistant from a solar flare or potentially a CME or EMP or a focused type of EMP attack. So I've been kind of getting into having EMP resistant items. Moving along, we have a whole bunch of layering and organization in this particular pouch. As you can see, I have my Leatherman rebar here. I have a whistle ferrule combo buckle item here. I have some lip balm food, a little bit of candy food. I have some matches with the striker. These are stormproof matches with some lighting tinder inside. I have my Nightcore NU17. I have another battery bank here for general purpose use. I have a Leatherman CS tool. And then I have a lot of extra cordage here on the sides. I have a small pen light here combo. This is the Refined P1. You can kind of see that in the video there. It's kind of hard to see, but it's a nice little pen light with an extra ink refill. And then I have a reflecting mirror underneath here. And underneath this big, huge bag, I have more stuff. I have a Mylar space blanket and a couple other things as well. I have a whole list of stuff up on my other videos and what I have in these kits. But generally speaking, that is the Vanquest Ftim 6x9 Generation 2 Maximizer. Now this bag is probably the best one that I've had. There are some other really decent EDC pouches out there. I did get a pouch. It's designed as a car kit, so I didn't include it in the video here, but it's also the ACW tactical pouch. I recommend you guys check them out as well. I don't have it in the video right now, but I did do a review on it earlier, so you can probably find that in a link. So that is the several different types of EDC pouches that I use, some for medical, some for support, obviously, and others for general purpose. And I do enjoy making them. It's a lot of fun. It's like a hobby for me. And I thought I'd show you guys that, and maybe it might give you a few ideas as to how to maybe make a few youre packs, or maybe you have some ideas that you like to share. Anyway, that's all I got to say for now. Thanks for watching.